Top 10 Funniest Moments in Sports. Sports is a stress reliever, but did you know it could get hilarious? Here are the 10 funniest moments in sports. Number 10. Fan Cam. In an exhibition match with Alexander Zverev in Argentina, Roger Federer's reaction to a fan asking for a picture has gone viral. The fan asked that he stood still for the picture, and he decided to go a little over the top with the poses. His poses included all the angles that happen before he swings at a ball. The goofball got millions of fans on social media laughing about the incident. No one remembers the outcome of the match, but everyone remembers the Federer poses. Number 9. Weigh-in pranks. The boxer, Sean O'Connell, is beloved for his pranks during weigh-ins. In serious moments, when he is posing with his opponents after weighing, he starts doing weird things like taking selfies, playing rock, paper, scissors by himself, or drinking his smoothie around the opponent's fists. He also blows bubbles into the air and hands out bouquets sometimes. He is hilarious and gets his opponents laughing all the time. Number 8. Weigh-in snacks. If taking photos is considerably funny during weigh-ins, then think of Eve Edwards bringing snacks to the weigh-ins. The boxer shares his snacks with his opponents every time there is a weigh-in. If the idea is to make them heavier in the split seconds that they arrive before weighing, then it is even funnier. He carries mostly chips for the ceremony. Number 7. Accidental face slam. James Harden had a frustrating night sometime in October 2019. He only managed to shoot 8 out of his 29 attempts. The 2017-2018 MVP was being monitored and prevented by New Orleans Pelicans star Josh Hart. At the end of the second quarter, James tried to fish for a three-point foul, which the referees ignored. The bad performance and referees being onto his antics made him slam the ball into the ground and hit his face. The Houston Rockets still beat the Pelicans by 126-123 and secure their first victory of the season. James Harden came back onto the court for the next quarter and had a great finishing. He top scored for his team with 29 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. When a reporter asked James Harden about the incident and whether it hurt or not, he said, "It hit the beard, so I was protected." The hilarious part of the situation is not the ball hitting his face, it is the reaction that Josh Hart gave. Since Hart was the one defending him throughout the night, and on that particular play, he saw the action in real time. He gave a look that was both concerned and shocked, but in a humorous way. The video has since become a meme where people use it to mean self-punishment. Number 6. Dunking self through hoop. At the Phoenix Suns and Charlotte Bobcats game at the US Airways Center in Phoenix, Arizona, nearly 2,000 fans gathered to watch the game. During halftime entertainment, the Sun Gorilla Soul Patrol team trampolined through the air in acrobatic dunking displays, flipping, spinning, and somersaulting. The crowds cheered on as the acrobats entertained them, but one of the entertainers outperformed the rest. The showman accidentally slam dunked himself through the hoop together with the ball. As the young man launched himself with the help of the trampoline and followed the ball through the hoop with his head first. The crowds laughed uncontrollably as he got up from the crash mat and staggered directly into his coach like a drunk. The crowd continued laughing as he retired from action and went backstage. This is an essential lesson for all basketball players. He taught everyone that you need to make sure that your shot goes through, and sometimes it requires you to follow the ball through the hoop to be sure. This incident is funny, but hopefully he puts it behind him and goes dunking in the future. Maybe this time, stopping where the ball enters. Number 5. Pole vaulter breaks pole. A flexible pole launching people into the skies is an accident-prone sport if you asked me. Nonetheless, it is one of the most enjoyed Olympics games. Dmitry Starobtsev, the famous Russian pole vaulter, vaulted in a competition and came down almost immediately. The 19 feet height he wanted to achieve did not happen as the pole snapped into two. The athlete fell on the mat but sustained hand injuries that made him exit the competition. The contest was the IAAF World Championships in Daegu, South Korea. The story could have been different if he fell on the floor and not the padded area. Starobtsev is a champion in pole vaulting, being successful as a child performer and an adult performer. He is in the top 20 pole vaulters of all time. Number 4. Midgame nachos. Prince Fielder is a former baseball player whose career ended in 2016. In September 2013, he did a hilarious stunt that got people talking for a long time. We all know how baseball games take so long and the activities are strenuous. Well, if you're a big guy like Detroit Tigers fielder, you might be getting hungrier as the game progresses. He is an incredible player and wins many major league games for his side. When his side played against the Seattle Mariners at the Commercial Park in Detroit, he helped himself to some nachos from an onlooking fan. The fan had nachos on a plate and was right at the border of the field. Fielder was chasing a foul ball but failed to grab it, so instead he grabbed a nacho off the plate. He forgot to dip it in the cheese though. The nacho moment pushed Fielder to score a run that gave his side the lead in the 4-4 tie before the incident. Number 3. Offside celebration. You always find out that a goal is offside after the ball hits behind the net. But the natural human instinct is not to wait and hear that your goal is allowed or not. Kerem Bulut plays for the Wanderers as a forward. He was involved in everything that went wrong in their game against Melbourne City. He was offside 3 times, got a yellow card, and got hit in the head with an opponent's knee. He succeeded to get back into the game and have a solid second half. But the most embarrassing moment in the 51st minute also came from him. Bulut received the ball from Nicolas Martinez and shot the game's opening goal. The linesman, however, flagged it as offside, unknown to Bulut. The jubilant forward ran wildly into the Wanderers fans and continued to celebrate for more than 30 seconds before realizing that none of his teammates were celebrating. That was when the decision hit home. The sad part is that the replays showed Bulut is in an onside position. He was simply a subject of line ball judgment. Number 2. Squirrel touchdown. At the Louisville football stadium, a squirrel ran a 45-yard touchdown with spectators at the Louisville vs. Kent State game cheering. It was easily the most exciting part of the college football contest, as everyone kept shouting and cheering on the animal. Even the Fox Sports announcers were calling the squirrel's run as if it was part of the game. The squirrel stopped once it touched down. That was when the crowd was loudest, and you could see a sense of fear and tiredness playing out at once. The sheer excitement in the air made the invader uncomfortable, and he stopped to catch his breath and try to hide among the colored grass. Number 1. Wig falling off during long jump. The most realistic approach to jumping is to feel as light as possible. The extra weight makes it difficult to jump your full height. One needs to be as light and as streamlined as ever to launch a record-breaking jump. Blessing Okagbare, a Nigerian long jumper, had other ideas about jumping light. In 2017, at her first ever Oslo Diamond League contest, she placed 7th. She jumped an excellent 6.21 meters high. However, before she was given an impressive round of applause, something funny happened. Her wig came off mid-air. The faux ponytail fell in the sand where the athlete is supposed to fall. Anyone who owns a wig knows that a wig falling in a pit of sand is not ideal. The wig coming off as she landed is the first for any long jump contestant. After making history, she quickly grabbed the wig, dusted it off, and put it back on. She showed no signs of shame or unease. Why she is competing in a wig is another controversy. Even as many reports called embarrassing, she continued to thrive as she is still an Olympic long jumper. The athlete went on to Instagram after the incident to joke about the issue. She wrote, "It is what it is." What do you consider the ultimate funny sports moment? If you could have been in the crowd for any of these, which one would it be? Please tell us in the comments section below. We are happy to hear from you.